Hello, I'm Debbie Emerson of YourEnergyRx.com.
And I'm Nancy Allen of YourEnergyRx.com. And Deb, we have got some stuff to talk about today.
Okay.
Because we've got a question that is totally relevant to actually the way you and I are feeling today, which is, how do I know if I'm in my body?
Oh, well, there's many ways to know you're in your body. One of the things that happens is things just don't seem to go smoothly. You might feel a little spacey. You might feel like you can't quite connect with your body. And people around you might think you're a little ditzy.
Exactly. I notice that when I'm not in my body, as I'm going around the doorways in the house, I catch my shoulder, or my foot will catch on something, or it won't quite lift all the way and I'll trip over my toe.
Yep.
When I'm driving, especially, I notice when I'm not grounded, because all of a sudden there will be traffic everywhere in my way.
Yep.
And it's like, oh my God, this freaking person. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not in my body. So as soon as I use my tools and get back in my body, all of a sudden, all the idiots go boop, 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 and they're out of there and they go away. And it's a nice clear sailing.
Yep. That's what I find too. It's like, when I'm in my body, things go more smoothly. Otherwise, when I'm not in my body, it feels like I'm just hitting my head against a wall, like, climbing over rocks. So yeah, those are a few simple ways to know if you're in your body or you're not in your body.
Yep. And we also, I think on one of our little chats, we talked about being an energy hoarder. And I find that the more energy I'm holding on to that isn't mine, and isn't serving me right now in my body, I also find that I'm out and I'm scattered. And yeah, so what do we do?
Well, we can connect to the earth and let it go.
Ooh.
We can imagine it just going down the garbage chute. Or we can bring our attention back to our bodies. And as you bring your attention back to your body, all that other stuff just starts to kind of peel off.
I find when I get into my head, like right here in the center of my head, kind of between my eyes, between my ears and behind my eyes, that's when I start kind of feeling like I'm a little heavier. Not that I need to be any heavier, but I feel like I'm a little heavier and things start to work a little bit better. So maybe just putting your attention on being in the center of your head could work.
Yep, that works. It's a great place to become more aware of your body and to notice what's going on. And what I find is that the more awareness I have, the easier it is to be in my body and to let go of all those things that are keeping me out of my body. Now,
I heard that, we've said before that we are a spirit who lives in a body, and we are supposed to be here experiencing whatever it is that we're experiencing through the body, which is third dimension. So by being in your body, then you actually can enjoy what's going on, rather than being in mode all the time.
Right. So the key is to embody our experiences or be in the body.
Wow. Okay, I have another question that came up. The question is, so what kind of things can happen to me if I'm not in my body?
Well, You could bump yourself like you were talking about earlier. You could be less aware and maybe get into a car accident because you're not really having all that awareness in your body to pay attention to what's going on. You could get sick.
Yeah. Present. You mentioned being aware of your body and being with where your body is. Your body, as I understand it, is always in what we call present time, which means the body is in third dimension. Time, as the earth knows it, is in third dimension. So your body is always in present time. As
Right.
spirit, we can be anywhere. We can be past, present, future, out in Uranus, wherever you happen to be. You can be anywhere as spirit, but if you're not in your body, you're not actually enjoying the ride.
Right. And kind of tagging along on with that is if you have people who have their attention on you or want something from you, or people you care about, oftentimes our attention or some of our energy is with those people, and some of those things will distract us from being in present time in our bodies and really focusing on our life and what we're doing here and now.
So what you're saying?
I was going to say, as in just having gone and visited family.
Exactly, exactly. So even if I'm 3,000 miles away from family, I can still perceive that energy that's being thrown at me, and it can yank me out of my body.
Yep, like little connections, just saying, hi Nancy, pay attention to me.
The other thing that I remember hearing is prisoners. When the guys in jail are going, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Possibly they didn't do it. Because you mentioned that the last time about going on vacation and leaving the door open.
Mm-hmm.
That happens with our body. If we're not in, then we're out.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're not in driving the body, my understanding is that the body looks for somebody to drive it because otherwise it thinks it's dying.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll let anybody in, which could be some crazy wacko spirit that doesn't have a body, or it could be the guy down the block who's your buddy, and he can channel through you and commit a whole bunch of crimes, but since it's your body, you own the body, you're responsible for what happens to it, and therefore you go to jail.
Yep. So there's just many different levels of giving up control and ownership of your body. But yes, you're always responsible for whatever your body does. So you reap the karma.
Wow. Wow. So bottom line is, there's no place like home.
Right.
There's no place like home.
Right. And the more we're home in our bodies, the more we begin to be aware of those different the triggers, the things that cause us to leave, the things that cause us to give up ownership and give up responsibility of our bodies. So it's really all about taking responsibility.
And I would think that if you're not in your body, then you're not there to actually create good stuff that happens to you.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're sort of throwing the oars over the side of the boat and letting the river of life take you wherever it would like to.
And I think that's the problem with a whole lot of people right now, is that there's just so much going on, and there's so much noise with social media and the way that work puts its responsibilities on us. I mean, they expect us to be ready to work 24/7 without being paid for it, you know? And the poor people, I mean, I gotta hand it to everyone who works in retail, because those poor people, because I used to do this, I know retail, I used to do retail, they are on call. I mean, they don't know from week to week what their work assignment's going to be. They can't plan anything. You're
Right.
expected to just drop everything and, oh, you're working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and you're opening Saturday morning too. Like,
Right.
well, what the heck is that about?
Yeah. There's a lot of jobs like that, like the food industry or the medical industry. They work crazy hours. And so as spirit, we were talking about it a few minutes ago, that spirit can be anywhere. Well, when spirit's bored or when it's in pain, it takes off. And and we never completely abandon the body, but we abandon it to a degree. And so the more boredom, the more apathy, the more emotional or physical pain we have in our body, the more we're likely to go away.
So I guess bottom line is we just need to focus on being in our body. And we can do that by starting by come into the top of your head and get behind your eyes and between your ears and just kind of create a little seat or a little space in there and sit yourself down like you're on the Starship Enterprise bridge and use that as a location to drive your body from and thus be able to create more, experience more, release what's not you more, and have the life that you think you should be having, which we should be having. We're all in our bodies.
Yep, taking back control.
There we go. I'm done.
Yep, it was nice talking to you.
Okay, see you later, Deb.
All right. Bye.
See you, bye. See you, bye, guys.